on? Today I'm going to be reviewing a very early review of Ghostbusters. Now this movie comes out on Friday, so this is a very early review. Welcome back to Chris on Movies. My name is Chris Day. I am going to be reviewing the 2016 Ghostbusters. Now I am going to say this. I love the original Ghostbusters. It's one of my favorite films of all time, one of the best comedies of all time. So I will say when the trailer came up for the movie, it looked horrible. It looked terrible. It looked really bad. So I was not expecting this. I got a screening of it yesterday. I saw it. I'm going to say this. I actually have to admit, I like Paul Feig. I think he's a fantastic director. When you look at movies like Bridesmaids, which had a terrible trailer, and The Heat, which I loved, is still my favorite hit film he's ever done. And I will say Spy, which I really enjoyed, that I rented, and I thought was a lot better than I expected it to be. I skipped Spy in the theaters, and I knew because I had to review a movie that you guys would want to see Ghostbusters and want to hear my thoughts. I will say this. It's a lot better than I expected it to be, but it's still not a good movie. And I'm going to say that. This is the only Paul Feig movie I don't like, and that's very surprising. Now, Sony took a lot of huge things on this, and you can obviously tell this movie is set up to be a franchise. We all know how it's going right now. Movies that are so successful have to have a remake because they have to have a remake. Jurassic World was good, but it just felt like another example of Jurassic Park. You look at movies like Jurassic World, Independence Day Resurgence, which was the biggest crap, one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that was just didn't have the same charisma as the first film did. You look at Star Wars, which did a great job. So you're all thinking, could Sony really deliver? And they're just trying to set up a franchise. I will say this, though. I'm going to talk about some stuff before. So here we go. I will say Kate McMillan is the best of all the Ghostbusters. I think she actually gave a really good performance. I think she actually did a very good job. She was the only one I never really saw a lot of humor in. So I really liked her in that movie. I thought she was good. Leslie Jones was alright. But those were the two guys of the Ghostbusters I enjoyed. I laughed mostly through the movie, and that's surprising because I was expecting from the trailers a lot of bad movies. But that's how we get with a Paul Feig movie. Terrible trailers. The movie's not as bad as we all think it's going to be. So we can say that. I will say Chris Hemsworth steals the entire show. And that is true. That is exactly true. He steals the entire show as the comedic relief. And that's where I really like the movie. I think the movie stands on some stuff where you got some of the humor that works and some don't. But you're still saying this is an exact remake of what was the great classic. You look at the CGI today. That this movie's like... Have you ever seen the 2002 Scooby-Doo movie? That's what these monsters look like. They look terrible. And if you look at this movie, and you could tell a lot of people don't know what to think. We don't know what to think, but I will say it's a lot better than most. But it's funny at parts, but it's the exact same thing as the original. And I can't recommend the movie because of it, because yes, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but it's still not a good movie. And it sucks to say that, and it sucks to say I really wish it could have been something well. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but at the end of the movie, they set up a possibility for a franchise. And that's really, really proving that no one really wants this. Nobody really wanted this movie to even come out. Respect the original films. Quit making remakes because they're not making anything better. And that's where I'm going to say. So that being said, let's talk about some stuff. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory now. I'll do a video on that on this upcoming weekend when the movie's released. Some of the cast members are in the film, I will say that, and I will go into spoiler territory at the end of next week, so look forward to that, guys. That being said, I'm going to give Ghostbusters a thumbs down. It's a movie that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still, I'm disappointed. I wish it could have been something much. This is the first Paul Feig movie that I've never liked. So, it's a lot different. I think we're going to learn something from this. The movie probably won't make crap. And people are very, 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 very not really excited. So I'm going to say skip Ghostbusters. Just wait. If you really want to see it, go see it. A lot of people are either going to like this movie or they're going to hate it. And I'm in probably the not liking it. So I will say that. I would save your money and just wait for Star Trek and Jason Bourne and Suicide Squad because these next couple of weeks are going to be good. So that's my review of Ghostbusters. If you have seen the film, what you guys think of it, look forward to tomorrow because I'm going to be talking about Jason Bourne, starting my reviews of the Bourne movies with the Bourne Identity. That'll be out tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this, like, share, subscribe with your friends, and I'll see you guys at the movies.